Well, good morning and good afternoon to everyone. My name is Thomas Ryan. I am the founder and head trader here at Thomas T. Ryan and Company. We publish a daily email newsletter, which lands in your inbox every morning at 8:30 Eastern Time before the market opens, and it gives you an opportunity to trade the market. We come up with usually two or three U.S. common equity picks every day based on two time frames, a daily time frame and a weekly time frame. If you're a very active trader, you can get involved in our daily trades. If you want to take a little less time, you got other things to do, you can get involved in the weekly trades. Generally speaking, we will open or close one or two trades a day on each of the two services. You can do both if you like. We're one of the few companies out there that offers trading alert services that also publishes a running tally on how we're doing in the market. And we are currently in a flat market here. It is the 28th of April, 2015, and the market has been up and down flat here for most of the year so far. As you can see, the Dow is only up 1% year to date. We're doing very well on the weekly trades, running about, 7x, 8x over what the Dow is doing on our weekly trades. Daily trades, we're pretty much mirroring what the market's doing. Market's up a little bit, we're down a little bit. That may change shortly. We're coming up on FOMC rate announcement here on Wednesday. Maybe we'll get a change in the rate structure, which would cause certainly some direction to the market. On all of these videos, I like to go over some of our trades. I'm going to do a couple of them today, which are actually not in the letter, which are trades that I took myself personally, which I do as well. One of which is WY Weyerhaeuser. The system is the same. I did not put this in the letter because I considered this to be a little bit more of a higher risk trade, and we'll walk through why that is. So the first thing we always look for, this is a weekly trade, so the first thing we always look for is the monthly time frame trend, and where is that going? Always must be in a monthly uptrend in the monthly time frame for us to take weekly trades. So this is the trend we're buying. We're buying the monthly trend. And the reason that this is a little bit more of a risky proposition is when we get in here and we take a look at this, I did not like this formation here. We had a high here, we had another high up here, but we did not have a matching MACD. So the MACD has been in divergence here on this trend. I try to avoid all long-term trends where there's a MACD divergence. So not only do we have a MACD divergence on the MACD itself, the MACD histogram was in divergence right here. So very often you're not going to find the MACD histogram in complete agreement. That's what's causing the sell-off. But in this particular case where we have both of these looking flat, that's a weak trend. And that, even though it's a nice uptrend here, it's showing considerable weakness. So that did not make the cut for my letter. But I'm watching the market all day, every day. And I started to notice, some movement from the oversell. So here's the oversold situation. We're looking at the stochastic 5 period right here. The market has been oversold. We still have a nice uptrend. We're in the middle of that uptrend, both monthly and weekly, with a significant sell-off that's happened here since the start of the year in Weyerhaeuser. So we're waiting for this to start to gain some momentum and pick up. And the first thing you generally see when the stock is ready to make a turn is that the next lower time frame is going to start to show some technical support. And sure enough, we started to see some technical support right in here. The daily time frame, the stock became technically divergent to the upside right about at the 1st of April. So we want to keep a very close eye on it. It did not make any kind of move. We had a little false move right here, which is also very typical. You've got a little false breakout right here before the real breakout starts to happen. So the stock continued to go down until it hit down here, where it is now divergent on all kinds of things. We've got a divergence on the daily MACD histogram. We've got a divergence on the RSI, divergence on the stochastics. Everything is divergent here now. So it looks as though we may get into a position where the stock is going to take off on us. So when we find our first nice solid day where the stock is moving, which was a decent move right here, an even better move right in here. I think I took it actually right here. So we had a good up day. I got in probably right about here, and I can tell you where I got in. I got in at 32.13. So yes, I got in right in about here. And the stock did very nicely, and then of course it did a little bit of a pullback. So we're back, I'm back profitable in the stock again. Now we'll see how much juice this stock actually has. this is the problem. This is where the problem is going to show up, is that the trend is weak. We don't actually have a good, strong trend here. I'm willing to play it, but I would not necessarily, and I didn't put it in the letter as a prospective play. If we get maybe a double bottom down here, and I get out with a little bit of profit, we may, you may see this show up in the letter as well. Now I'll show you a couple of others that I did. IMGN, also not in the letter. We're having a big biotech sell-off, so I got into this right in here and took the stock on a sell-off right there on a new weekly low. The stock then popped back up again a little bit, so I had to I took it right here, and as you can see, the stock was divergent down in here. So it looked as though, again, on a short, this was going to work out. It actually went against me for several days going up here, and now its stock is collapsing. So I actually took profit on this morning. It had a big down morning, down day yesterday, down morning again today. So I got out right down in about here, took about a 1R profit on that. I mean, when I do these myself, I'm generally taking less risk than I'll take in the letter. I'm taking, less than 1R of my portfolio value. So, but my assigned risk to this, I took 1R on my assigned risk to this, which is a lower risk than I would take if I'm trading the letter. So it's a winner. Any day with a winner is a good day. Let's take another look at BGC. BGC, same thing. We're looking for a solid downtrend on the monthly. This is a weekly trade. We're looking for a solid downtrend on the monthly with a matching MACD. So we have that here. The problem with BGC, the reason I didn't put it in the letter was the stock is too far oversold. So I did not want to put it in the letter. If it's this far away from the 50-month moving average, it can be a little dicey. But so I took it myself personally, but did not publish it. The reason I took it myself was, even though I don't consider it really a perfect trade, it's an okay trade. We have, the next thing is the weekly time frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks straight up into a declining 50-week moving average with a matching longer-term monthly trend, matching monthly MACD. Everything is in decline on this stock. It's up, straight up into a declining moving average. We're going to go ahead and take that. So I did take that, and that also was a little bit of a laggard. I think I took it right on this drop right here, and then it went against me for a couple days. But then it's been going down nicely, and so that I also took a profit on that this morning when it was down here, and then of course it bounced back up again, which I'm not taking full R's. I'm not going to stick around for a long-term 3, 4, 5 week run on this thing, because again, the market is not very solid. I actually have an up day today. The market is dicey. It's just going kind of nowhere. To look for long-term runs on some of these things, I personally right now I don't think that's a good idea. So I took 2 profits on that one. The Weyerhaeuser, I'm still in Weyerhaeuser, which is nicely profitable. I took profit on BGC, and I took profit on IMGN, IMGN. And now I'll show you one last one, which was not a winner for me this morning. So IBM has got its troubles, as everybody knows. The stock has just been going nowhere now for a couple of years. I actually bought IBM back, oh gosh, now I'm trying to remember. I think I bought it back in here, got a little bit of this pop out of it here, which was nice. But here today, it looked to me like this was going to go short and continue this longer down trend, especially as it's rising up into a declining monthly moving average and a declining weekly moving average. So on this big bar right here, this big weekly up, I decided that this morning this looked like a good short, as it was pulling back right in here on this 10-minute chart, and I got whipsawed right out of it. The reason that I probably got whipsawed out of this thing, again, I took a small loss on that using very small risk, is that this this is a downtrend here, but it's not up enough generally speaking, what we're looking for on all of our weekly trades is we're looking for 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks up and a narrowing bar range, declining volume, significant declining volume over a decent period of time, 4, 5, 6 weeks of declining volume straight up into a declining moving average. None of that was there today. Probably a mistaken trade. Obviously a mistaken trade. I should not have done it. But it didn't go into the letter, so none of you guys saw it. But that's the way we do it. This is an example of the kind of filtering process that I use to only put in the trades that I look at as being the highest probability winning trades. And that's why we have right now about a 70 or 80% win rate on our weekly trades, and we're doing so well with them. The daily trades are lagging because the market is lagging very, very hard on an intraday basis to outperform the market, I think, or on a daily swing trade basis, very hard to outperform this kind of market. But the weeklies are doing fine. I'd love to have you join us if you'd like to come on board. It's a $50 a month subscription, $400 for a year, and it's Thomas T. Ryan and Company, www.ttryanco.com. Love to have you on board if you'd like to get a 30-day free trial. We don't take any credit cards on the website for free trials. You just go ahead and sign up and check us out, see if you like it. Look forward to having you on board.